Hello students, I Parnika, your computer teacher is here.
To talk about the different functions available in MS Paint. So today we'll be talking about the callout shapes. What are these callout shapes? These callout shapes are the different shapes which are available in the MS Paint. These callout shapes are generally used for writing a dialogue or thoughts. Likewise, in a comic book, if we want to write the thoughts or the dialogues, or for a pictorial illustration, we generally use these call out shapes. Here in front of you is a page of a comic book. So here there are the dialogues which are written in boxes which you can see. These are the different shapes or the different boxes. These shapes or these different boxes are known as call out shapes. So with the help of these call out shapes available in MS Paint, we can actually go ahead and create our own comic book page. So once we talk about MS Paint, in MS Paint there are three types of call out shapes present. How many types? There are three types of call out shapes which are present in MS Paint. We can see here the different shapes are: number one is the rounded rectangular shape, the other is the oval call out shape, and the third is the cloud call out. Once again, I will repeat it. First is the rounded rectangular call out shape, the second is the oval call out shape, and the third is the cloud call out shape. So if in case, for example, you are making a cartoon or a person, for example, I'm making a man here. Just give me a second. Okay. Using the different shapes, I'm making a man here. Okay. So this was the oval shape. This is the rectangle shape. Then I'll be using a straight line. Okay. So these are the shapes with the help of which I am making a person here, a man here. Okay. And if I want to write, if I want to write something which is going inside this person's mind, then what I can use is I can use any of these call out shapes. So in front of this person, there is a, for example, there is a football. Okay, there is a ball which is lying downside, and he is viewing this ball. He is actually viewing this ball. Okay, he is viewing this ball. Okay, and what is going in his mind? Let's see. So what is going in his mind? I can you by if I want I if I wished if I wish to tell what is going in his mind, what I'll use is I'll use these different call out shapes. You can use any of the call out shape of your wish, and you can go ahead and write inside this call out shape the thought which is going inside this man's mind. So using these call out shapes, you can actually go ahead and write the thought. So where are the call out shapes present? In under the home tab, under the MS Paint home tab. In this home tab, you'll be getting the shape group. Under the shape group, there are three callouts shapes or the callout boxes, which is number one is the rounded rectangular, the second is the oval, and the third is the cloud callout shape. Okay, so these are the callout shapes. If you wish to actually color the callouts, you can go ahead and color the callouts. Even if you want the border of these callouts to be of a different color, you can go ahead and do that as well. All you have to do is you have to choose the callout. For example, I'm choosing an oval callout. Once I choose the oval callout, I can even choose the size or the border or the margin of the callout, how much thick it should be. If I choose the maximum and then I go ahead and choose the color of the callout, then the margin color of the callout is being changed, and this is the color which I have chosen for my callout to be displayed in this color. Okay, now if I want to fill color inside this call out, I can go into fill with color tool. I'll choose the fill with color tool. Then I will choose the color. Then wait a second. Then I'll fill with color tool. Then I will choose the color and then I'll fill the color in this call out shape. So this is how you can go ahead and fill color inside your call out shape. Even you can define the margin color of your call out shape. Okay, now the most important thing, if I wish to add text into this call out shape, if I wish to add text inside this call out shape, what I will do? Okay, first I'll make a call out of margin blue color and I want to fill color into it is blue, light blue color. Okay, I fill the color inside it. Now I want to add text to it. So what I'll do is, once again, I will go into the which tab? I'll go into the home tab. After going inside the home tab, then we'll go into tools. Which group? I'll go into tool group. Under this tool group, there is a text tool. There is a text tool which is defined as A, which you will be able to see the text tool as represented as A. Once you click on this text tool, the text tool is selected. Now, wherever you want to type text, you have to take your cursor towards it and you have to click on that particular area. As soon as you click, a box will appear, a dash box gets appeared in front of you. It's a dotted or a dash rectangular text box which has a blinking cursor inside it. You can see there is a cursor inside it which is blinking. So this is a blinking cursor which tells you that now you can go ahead and type according to your wish. Okay, before typing, before going ahead and typing on it, there is some more facilities which the MS Paint text tool provides us. Once you have chosen the text tool, then the next thing is available with you is the font. What type, what style of a text you want, you can choose the style of a text according to here. There are n number of fonts available here. You can choose any of the fonts of your choice. Then you can choose the size of your font, कितना बड़ा आपको टेक्स्ट चाहिए या कितना छोटा टेक्स्ट चाहिए. उसके बाद you can choose bold, italics या underline, whichever you want. So I've chosen bold and I'll try to write the thought of this person in this particular call out. So okay, the color is coming to be blue. I'll change the color. I'll change the color to green. Okay, I'll choose the color as green and I'll write his thought here. So what is the thought which is basically going on in his mind? The thought is, should I kick the ball? Should I kick the ball? Should he go ahead and kick the ball? Yes or no? He's thinking, should I go ahead and kick the ball or not? Okay, so this is the thought which you can go ahead and type under the call out shape. Okay, so this is how the call outs are being used and this is how you can insert the text if you want. Not only in the call out shape, you can write the text anywhere on the page wherever you want, wherever you wish. If you wish to write the heading of this particular drawing, you can go ahead and write that. All you have to do is, once again, you have to choose this, get into home tab. After going into home tab, you have to choose text tool. After choosing the text tool, you can even choose this color of the text which you want. If I, in case I choose red color, so the red color is chosen. Now you can here once again choose the font style of your choice. Okay, then the size of your choice, then bold, underline, italics, whatever. Okay, so this is the heading or a sentence being written in your drawing, not under the inside the call out shape, but outside the call out shape in your painting. So this is how you can insert the text under the call out shape as well as outside the call out shape. You can even change the color of your text, the size, the style, or bold, italics, underline according to your choice. So this is how we can go ahead and do it. Now we'll be talking about how we can select the image, how we can go ahead and select the image. So selecting the image is also very important. For example, if I want this particular ball, the same size ball, the same lines ball on the left hand side of this man as well. I want the same ball on the left hand side of this man as well. If I try to draw it, there can be a chances that the similar ball would not be created. So for that, what we will do is we'll select this ball. How we can select this ball? We can go into we'll go into the home tab. After going into the home tab, there is an image group available. There is an image group which is available here. Under the image group, there is an option of select which is available. There is an option of select which is available. There are two types of selection which we can do. There are two types of selection which we can do. One is the rectangular selection. The other is the free form selection. Rectangular selection. Under rectangular selection, you can either choose a rectangle form of an image or a square form of image. Whereas in the free form selection, you can actually go ahead and form the selection according to your choice and you can select it. So first we will see the rectangular selection. Under the rectangular selection, I can go ahead and select this ball. Once I select this ball is selected. This ball is selected. After selection of this ball, if I want this similar ball to be here on the left hand side of this man, then I'll select this, then I'll click on copy, and once I click on copy, and then I'll click on paste. Once I click on paste, the similar ball will be created. A duplicate ball is being created of this image, and now you can paste it anywhere you wish. This is known as selecting a ball using a rounded rectangular selection, or sorry, a rectangular selection. Once you have selected a rectangular selection, you can easily copy this ball and you can paste it anywhere you want. Okay, and if you do not want this ball here, what you will do is you want this ball somewhere here on the upside of the right corner of the screen, what you will do is you will select this ball, you will click on cut, and then you will click on paste. Your ball is here. Now you can drag it to here and your ball will come here. So this is how you can do the selection, and you can move the ball as well as you can copy the ball by making its duplicate copy. Okay. So this was a rectangular selection. If we talk about free form selection, under the free form selection, once you select this, you select free form selection, you can go ahead and select it with the help of this free form. Okay. So under this, what happens? Only this much part, whichever you create using, it is just like a pencil. Once you create, this is being selected. Now if you cut, it will get cut, and if you want to paste, you can paste it here, and you can paste it here somewhere, wherever you wish. Okay, so this is free form selection. Once again, we will select free form selection, then we'll select this body. This body is selected, then I'll click on cut, then I'll click on paste, and then once again I can paste here. Okay, so this is how we can actually go ahead and do this selection with the help of free form selection tool. So there is two facilities available. Either you can copy means creating a duplicate copy of your image or the selection which you have done, and after making a duplicate copy, you can adjust it anywhere on the screen. Okay, and once we talk about moving means actually moving the original image, under which you have to use cut and paste. So this is all about selection. Why we actually do selection of the image? We do the selection so that if in case in our drawing we want an image to be repeated again and again, then we can use the selection thing. Once we use the selection of the image, we can make multiple copies of that particular image. So for that, we generally use the selection process, under which we can copy an object, we can actually go ahead and move an object. I hope this concept is clear to you people. I would request everyone to go ahead and practice it. Once you practice it, you will love to work on this more and more. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone.